Ohio State, best talent in the nation, or, well, that's arguably a statement there, but best in the Big Ten. Dwayne Haskins back at quarterback. What he showed us in the fourth quarter in the second half against Michigan obviously gives hope, but they've got a small path in regards to the expectations. They basically can't lose or maybe lose one game, but Urban Meyer's expected to get to the college football playoff.
Yeah, that's the box they're in. And I'm familiar with that box. When I played at Notre Dame, obviously an independent, it was big. It was national championship or bust. And prior to modern day college football, you were pretty proud of a conference championship and a conference championship ring. Nowadays, places like Ohio State, Alabama, wherever you want to put on the list, it really is national championship or bust. And you summarized it accurately. That's the world that Urban lives in. He does a good job of coaching his guys not to have that mentality until it's a reality. He talks a lot about the East. He talks a lot about let's win the Big Ten championship and everything else will take care of itself. So there's a whole psychology, which Urban is one of the best around in. There's a whole psychology of coaching a team that everyone expects them to win the national championship every year. It's very, very difficult. It's a good problem that you and I would like to have, perhaps, but it's certainly a challenge.
Yeah, it's unfortunate to hear a coach like Urban Meyer, and there are just a few other coaches that face this, that talks after a big win against a very good USC team in a Cotton Bowl, and he's got to preach the accomplishments of his team and almost try to convince the nation when he shouldn't have to. He won maybe the best conference in the country, regardless of how you rate the Big Ten. He won a conference championship, and it's a playoff selection. It's not necessarily a playoff in the truest sense of the form of an objective system. It's a selection. They were not selected. He can't control that portion of it.
Right. I mean, I can remember when Michigan State went to the playoffs 4 years ago, 5 years, whatever it was. They played Alabama. And, of course, Mark worked for Nick. And Mark Dantonio is an incredible upbeat guy. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer. He's just a fabulous guy. And he lost that game pretty bad. It was a shutout, if I remember right. And he was gracious enough to come to our desk after the game, which a lot of coaches wouldn't have done in his situation, just to tell you what kind of person he is. But I've never seen him so down. And off the air, I said, Coach, you won the Big Ten championship. My God. And I felt so bad for him because ordinarily he'd be saying that, but, even he felt that pressure, winning the Big Ten championship, losing to an Alabama team that I think won the national championship that year. Mm-hmm. And his dauber was down, which I very rarely see.